Hey there, good morning everyone. Thursday, the 22nd of February 2024. This morning's devotional is a reading from John chapter 15, reading verse 25, and it reads, "But this is to fulfill what is written in their law. They hated me without reason." Hatred comes with a very high price attached to it, and there is no logic to hatred that makes another person willing to die in the cause of bringing suffering and perhaps even death to another, especially a faceless person who has done no harm to the perpetrator. The object of hatred is guilty only because he is of a different race, religion, or political understanding. There is a trail of blood reaching back over 4,000 years, marking the seeds of hatred. And this blindness goes back to the first family when Cain killed his brother Abel. In this conflict, we can see that the DNA of hatred still destroys people today. After Adam and Eve were evicted from the Garden of Eden, we can find this story in Genesis chapter 4. Two sons were born. One kept flocks and the other one worked the soil. So here's a story in brief, reading from verses 2 through to verse 9. Now Abel kept flocks and Cain worked the soil. In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord. But Abel brought fatter portions from some of the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry and his face was downcast. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must master it." Now Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let's go out to the field." And while they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. And the Lord said to Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" "I don't know," he replied. "Am I my brother's keeper?" And we can find that in Genesis chapter 4 again. In the light of this hatred-driven murder, we can see the problem of irrational hatred today. People hate people who are different, people who have more than they do, people who seem to be smarter, richer, or who even look different, or perhaps even dress differently. Cain's hatred for his brother began with an intense jealousy. God accepted the sacrifice of Abel and rejected that of his brother. Now, why, you may ask? Well, here's the answer. Reading between the lines, you have to conclude that it was attitude more than substance which God rejected. God assessed the attitude of Cain's heart, saying that sin is crouching at your door. Jealousy turns to hatred, which comes through the door and takes up residence, eventually blinding the person who has closed the door to both fairness and cause. My dear friends, am I my brother's keeper? Cain asked God, denying his personal responsibility and accountability. The reality is you are your brother's keeper, and tolerating hatred becomes a disease, a sin, a blindness that must be rooted out and destroyed. Whenever you allow jealousy to breed, the blindness which follows destroys logic and justice. Such a small thing, yet so powerful. May the Lord be with you. May he bless you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and be with you always. Goodbye.